Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review, swatches, and a full-on demo on the makeup that I have today using the brand new Classic 2 palette by KKW Beauty. I will also be comparing it with the classic original one or number one, however you want to call it. Yes, I came in and I decided to get it, and I think I mentioned it to you on a Will I Buy It video. I was attracted to it. I like these cool tones. I like KKW Beauty formula, but you know, I'm just gonna give you all the details about it. I'm also gonna be comparing it with other palettes and just, you know, give you some options. We're gonna try it right here and all that jazz. This palette right here just came out perhaps a week ago or less than a week ago. It costs $45. It's right now only available at KKW Beauty website. And in fact, there's also some lip glosses in the new collection. I think there are 10 or more than 10. There were a lot. I decided to skip on them. And also there are some bundles of this product right here. So basically you can get either the two palettes, you know, classic 1, classic 2, and you can also get this palette with a lip gloss or a lip gloss and a lipstick. I mean, there's so much. I'm gonna leave all the details in the description box below. But yeah, I think that, I mean, we don't know because of the current situation, but hopefully this palette will arrive to Ulta because we know now that KKW Beauty is carried at Ulta. So yeah, that's that. And this launch actually was planned, I think, for more than a month and a half ago, but KKW Beauty is produced at Seed Laboratories, where it's produced also ColourPop, Tati Beauty, Kylie Cosmetics, and whatnot, and they are based in California. So unfortunately, because you know, the pandemic, the current situation, they were not able to ship out or do, you know, any massive production, just the same thing that happened with ColourPop. So they had to stop this launch and they just launched it right now. So anyhow, let's stop with all this blah blah blah. Let me get you closer, take a peek to this palette right here, give you the swatches, jump into the look, and then into my comparisons, final thoughts, and options. But before we do so, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you will consider to be part of this family and subscribe to my channel. Ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. You here will find excellent content. I will also love to grow my Instagram, so also come and follow me there. And if you are a subscriber of mine and you're coming back, thank you so much for all the support, for all the love, for the comments, for all the likes, for all the shares. I love you so, so much, all of you. And now let's just jump to the review. So here it is, the palette. The cover is nude and the logo is placed here in the middle in a kind of like a gloss finish, just like the classic original, the number one. And then on the back you will find also the shade names. And here it says Classic 2, so that's the way to differentiate it. It's made in USA and it has a shelf life of 12 months. Now let me show you how it looks inside. This palette is magnetized, has a nice size mirror. This palette contains 10 different shades, and for the most part it's a cool tone palette with just a couple pops of warm tone eyeshadows. The way that I'm going to start swatching this palette is first row and then second row. Exceeds Matte, Yodi Metallic, Haze Matte, Solar Metallic, Neutral Matte, Abundance Matte, Gravity, which is more between a satin and metallic shade, Terrain Matte, Energy Metallic, Manifest Matte. Sonia G Jumbo Blender and the shade Abundance. I'm using just concealer right now on my eyelid, and I'm just gonna set my concealer with this shade. Sonia G Mini Booster and the shade Haze. And I'm taking this shade on my outer V. And then a little bit over my crease. And I'm building the intensity of this same shadow, Haze. Sonia G Classic Crease and the shade Abundance, and I'm just going to tap it a little bit with the shade Manifest. I'm taking the excess out and I'm just going to buff in the edges. A Smith 253 brush and the shade Yoded. I'm going to apply it completely dry first. it's not showing that much its strength, so I'm gonna just go ahead and use the same brush, and I'm just gonna wet it with my Matte Fix Plus. Definitely wet was better, but you know what, I'm gonna try with my finger. I think the finger application will be your best bet. I'm going back to the Classic Crease and the shade Manifest, and I'm just gonna kind of blur it out a little bit over top. Just feel that it needs just a little bit more warmth in it. Synergy Build Lip Pro in the shade Energy, and I'm gonna apply this shade right here where the matte shade and the shade Yodi meets, and I'm just blending it just to create a gradient. Synergy Flat Definer in the shade Terrain, and I'm gonna apply it very close to my lash line. Just gonna pull it out a little, creating just a very small mini wing. BK Beauty 204 brush in the shade Manifest, and I'm gonna place it on my lower lash line. Synergy Flat Definer in the shade Haze. Now this shade is gonna go also on my lower lash line, but from the inner portion, kind of like into the middle of it. Using the same brush, I'm gonna go to the shade Terrain. Now this shade is gonna go on the outer third of my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna connect it with the top part. I have a little bit of fallout, so I'm just gonna remove it. Refer 03 brush and the shade Exist. Just sticking it on my inner corner and on my brow bone. Completely done with my eyes, and I'm just gonna bronze up my face. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in the shade Medium. And for blush, I'm gonna be using Patrick Ta She's So LA. In fact, I just reviewed this product right here. I actually demoed the entire collection of dual blushes from Patrick Ta, the lipsticks too. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead, take a look at it. It was a marathon trying to wash my face and, you know, getting it all done. But oh, I had so much fun, and don't miss out on these blushes. They are really nice. Now on top, I'm going to put a little bit of the Creme blush, and this formula right here, it has that property that it doesn't lift up your face of makeup, which I think is so good. I don't know how he did it, but it really works nicely. For highlighter, I'm going to go to my Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Palette. I also reviewed this collection right here. I mean, I have been reviewing the latest. I have been having a lot of fun with the new releases. So I'm gonna go to this Super Glow Nude. Just gonna cover this side here. For my lip liner, I'm gonna go to Pat McGrath Contour. Patrick Ta Matte Suede Lipstick in Oh, She's Single. This is also from this new collection. I got them all. You have to see that review. For lip gloss, although this collection came with a ton of different lip glosses, I decided to skip on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fenty Beauty lip gloss in Fenty Glow. Okay friends, I'm completely done here with my makeup, and I just want to give you kind of like a side-by-side comparisons between the classic, the original palette from KKW Beauty, or a classic one, however you want to call it, with the classic 2, because I know a lot of people said, well, isn't these the same? I mean, I have them here in front of me. These are not the same. You're talking about nude colors, neutral colors, This one is warm and this one is cooler in tone. It does have a dash of warmth to it, but not enough to call it, you know, like a repeat from her. Now here they are side by side. On this side right here you have Classic 1 and on this side Classic 2. And honestly, I don't feel there's a lot of overlap. And in fact, I actually like KKW Beauty products. I like her eyeshadows. I had a really good experience with them. Same thing with her lipsticks, same thing with her lip glosses. Now for the lipsticks, they go bad fairly fast. So if you are a makeup collector, it may not be the wise choice to, you know, get a full-on collection if you're not going to use it. You know, give it enough use to them. That's my only feedback right there. Now for the lip glosses, I was really kind of excited to buy one, but then at the same time it's like, I don't know if I need it. At the time I think I had purchased some of the lip glosses from Wayne Goss collection, so I think it was all of that I'm like, I don't think I need another lip gloss. So it's completely fine, but her lip glosses are really good too. And I know a lot of people think, oh, Kim Kardashian, she repeats herself a lot, and I'm not here to defend her because, hear me out, I'm not a fan of Kim Kardashian. I mean, I have nothing to really be like on the look after her, something that I'm like, wow, she's amazing on this or that. In fact, I remember, what was it, maybe like 3 years or even 4 years ago, Kim Kardashian was here in my area and there was such a big buzz about it. And because, you know, I work in the restaurant industry and in the event industry, everybody was like, you know, she's here, she's here. I'm like, so who is Kim Kardashian? I didn't know who was Kim Kardashian. Okay, that's fine. So by curiosity, I went to look up for her, like, you know, just Google who is she, and then I'm like, that's why people go crazy about her. So I just like, boop, skip it. But when I enter onto this industry of all about beauty and makeup, you know, I just want to try different brands. I want to try different type of formulations that they are out there. And I actually like her formula. And what I like about her beauty line is that there is an identity behind it. So it's not like, I mean, you can expect from KKW Beauty, not colors. I mean, I don't feel like I will ever see colors, and that's okay because that's not Kim Kardashian to begin with. That's not her, and that's not what the brand will represent, and that's okay because that way I always know, you know what, I know that's KKW Beauty, period. You know, I don't have to dig. It's not forcing herself to do something that is not her, you know, like if she comes with a rainbow palette, it's simply not her. You know, I think her palette, the one I reviewed it last year, I don't remember the name, I have it out here, is one that looks like fire. It's beautiful, but yet it remains something that, you know, we could see her perhaps using at a gala or something like that. So I'm okay with that, and I'm happy with my purchase. I think it's a beautiful palette. Now, to give you options right here, I mean, there's so many neutral palettes out there, from ColourPop to the most expensive ones. I mean, we all know that, but one that kind of like reminds me, if you want to have a mix between the Classic 1 and the Classic 2, that is also a really good palette, because these two palettes right here, $45, you know, $45 and $45, $90. I know she has a bundle on her website. I don't recall really how much it is. I will be leaving the links of all my makeup today on the description box below, but I was thinking about this one right here, Scott Barnes, and I'm not talking about formula right here, because this formula right here is absolutely divine. And I'm not saying that KKW Beauty is not a good formula, but this one right here, it's an outstanding formula. I mean, if you like Natasha Denona type of formula, you're gonna like this. But you see what I mean? You have here your golden tones, your warm tones, you have some cooler tones. I mean, you even have this shade right here that is just so gorgeous. The shade that I'm using today on my eyelid, it's perhaps a little bit similar to this one, but it's kind of like a mix between this one right here and this one right here, because the one that I have has a little bit of glitter in it. Now, as far as fallout, I just had barely a little amount of fallout with this shade right here. Let's see, what's the name? Oh, I grabbed the wrong palette. Okay, is this shade right here called Haze. I used plenty of it, and I had just a very small amount of fallout, but nothing that, you know, ruin my foundation, you know, my base, because I had it on when I started it. I just, you know, like dusted it off with a clean brush and it was all fine. So I think that, and then as far as the middle shade that I use, geodite, I think the best way to use it is with your fingers. I try wetted, but honestly the finger will give you the best, like most impactful look, and it's such a gorgeous shade. I mean, literally it looks like a geodite or geodite, sorry, you know, English is my second language, so you know what I mean, right? Yeah, that shade is just gorgeous. And you know what, if you're more into the cooler tone or you want to explore a little bit cooler tone, this could be a really good palette, because you have still some warm tones too to work with. This golden tone right here, this kind of like more warm terracotta tone, so you still have, and this one is a warmer shade too, so yeah, you still have stuff to work with. And then also another option, it could be the Anastasia Sultry palette. Now this one, I think, I'm not sure though, I think it's discontinued or it's very hard to find right now, but I mean, they're not identical, but you can, you know, get again some of those cooler tone looks, and you have a little bit of, see, like for example, this is something that I will say that I will have add to this palette right here, you know, make a little bit of a change. Have this type of shade right here. This is called Cyber, yeah. This is kind of that silver cool tone. I don't know, I think it would be fun, because we see right here, this shade right here and this shade, they are very close in tone. So I would have loved to see a shade like this and, you know, something just a little bit more out there, or even change this one right here. Perhaps no, but yeah, I think these two right here, they are just too close. I will have to keep this one right here and this one perhaps just like you two scooch it out. But yeah, you see, like, yeah, just something like that. Okay, that's just a little bit of feedback right here, but other than that, I enjoy the palette, I enjoy the product, I'm happy I got it. It's a good quality, it's something very workable. Alrighty my friends, and before I head out of here, I want to remind you that I'm running a giveaway celebrating my 5K here in YouTube. So if you want to know more details about it, I invite you to go and check out my video where I review the Natasha Denona bronze collection, the eyeshadow palette and the cheek palette. I give you right there 2 looks, and I give you all the details how to enter to that giveaway. And before you leave, I would love to know your comments about this palette. Let me know if you have got it, if you're planning to get it, or just simply pass on it. Let me know all your thoughts about it. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Here we do a lot of reviews, hauls, first impressions. I mean, there's a lot right here on this channel. And if you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with family and friends. Come and check my Instagram, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day.